Hello people, today we are going to know about CS Card Vendor KYC. This add-on helps the store admin to build a process of verifying the vendor's authentication, which further reduces the risk and financial frauds by providing the objective to know your vendor better. For the online demonstration regarding the product, you can go to our Webcool store and click on this demo button. And for the documentation regarding the same, please go through the user guide manual provided at the store. Let us now proceed towards the installation part of this add-on. This is my admin panel. Go to Add-ons tab and click on Manage Add-ons. Now click on this plus button to upload and install a new add-on. And click on Local to browse the zip file which have been provided to you by Webcool. Select the file and click on Upload and Install. Once your add-on is installed successfully, you will have a vendor KYC note. This means that by default we have provided the English and Russian languages file with this add-on, and translation in Russian is based on the Google Translator. So if you have any issue, you can contact us at webcool.com and raise a ticket and also provide your suggestions. Now let us configure the settings of this add-on. This is my vendor KYC installed add-on. To configure the settings, click on this settings drop down and click on manage. Here you will be able to view two different tabs. Let us start with the first one, which is general. The first field provided over here is send upload request on. Whenever a vendor registers at the store, there are three default status for vendor, that is active, pending or disabled. Here you can choose the vendor status on which you want to send the request mail to the vendor to upload the KYC. Let us choose it to be active. This means whenever there is an active vendor, that is the vendor with active status, then a mail will be triggered at the vendor's end to submit and upload the KYC details. The next field over here is validity period. Here you can validity of the request mail, that is for this much time period selected over here, your request mail which is sent to the vendor will remain valid. After this time, the mail will get expired and vendor status will change to automatically the one which have been set over here. This means whenever there is no KYC submission from the vendor's end after this much time period selected over here, the vendor status will get changed to the one which have been selected over here. If you want to notify to admin, you can check the settings from here. Whenever there is a KYC submission via admin or via vendor, he will get notified once these settings are enabled over here. Let us move towards the second tab, which is mail templating. Here you can view the user guide. Read the instructions written over here to set the mail layout. The further settings is for upload KYC request test. Here you can set up the subject for the text mail which will be sent as a upload KYC request mail, and the mail text body will be set over here in the HTML body provided. To preview the mail text template set over here, you can click on this preview button. The next field is to set the mail template for the notification to admin. That is, you want to send the notification mail whenever a KYC submission is there. You can set the subject line for the mail over here and the body for the mail in this box provided over here. The next is to set the mail text for KYC acceptance. Whenever there is a KYC acceptance through admin, then a vendor will get notified via this mail which have been set over here. The next is KYC reject text mail. Here you can set the text mail format whenever there is a KYC rejection from the admin end. The last is to set the validity period expire mail. Here you can set the mail template which will be sent to the vendor whenever there is a expired validity for the last email sent for the KYC submission. Here you can set the desired mail and preview by clicking this preview button. Once these settings are made, you need to save the settings by clicking on this save button. Let us now move towards the vendor panel and see how a vendor can submit and upload the KYC. This is my vendor panel. Here you can view the vendor name is available over here. Go to this vendors tab. Here you can view the vendor KYC option is available. Click on this KYCs tab. Click on this plus button to add a new KYC or upload a new KYC. Here a vendor will get a note for the mandatory KYCs which need to be submitted. The next field is to choose the KYC type. Here a vendor can choose the KYC type. These types need to be added by admin at the back end. He can choose any of the available types to upload the file. Here he need to give the name of the KYC. Let us give a name to be photograph. Here he need to enter the KYC universal account number. Let us add a random UAN number. And the last option is to upload the file for KYC. Click on local and select the file to be uploaded. If you want to upload multiple files, you can click on this upload another file and again browse the file and upload over here. Once the files are added, click on this create button. This is how a vendor can submit and upload the KYC after getting the request mail on registration. Let us now get back to the admin panel and see how an admin can approve or decline the KYC submitted by the vendor. Coming to the admin panel, this is my admin panel. Go to vendors tab and here you can view vendor KYC tab. Further, there are three options. The first one is for KYCs. Click on this KYCs. Here all the KYCs submitted by the vendors will be listed over here along with the KYC ID, the vendor company ID, KYC type, KYC UAN and KYC name. If he want to download the KYC attached, he can click on this settings drop down and click on this download button. And further, to accept and reject the KYC, he need to click on these thumbs ups and thumb down available at the KYCs. Let us accept this. For that we need to click on this thumbs up and here you need to give the reason for acceptance. Let us give it to be valid, and if you want to notify vendor by email, you can enable the setting from here and click on accept. Further, if you want to decline the KYC, you have option to decline it by clicking this thumbs down. Again, you need to give the reason for the rejection, and if you want to notify vendor by an email which have been set at the back end, you can enable it from here and click on this reject button. Now going back to the vendors KYC tab and click on KYC types. Here an admin can add the KYC types or can edit the previous types added over here. This means he can delete and add a new KYC type by clicking this plus button. To delete, he either can select the KYC types and click on this drop down to delete the selected KYC types, or for individual deletion of these KYC types, he can select the drop down and click on delete, and to edit he can click on this edit button. Let us add a new KYC type by clicking this plus button. Here you need to give the KYC type Let us give type to be PAN card. And if you want to make this type mandatory, then you can click on this. This means that the vendor need to submit these PAN card details which have been set as required type at the back end. Once it is done, click on this add button, and here you will be able to view that the PAN card type has been added over here, and the vendor will be able to view under the KYC types these types added over here. Let us now get back to the vendor KYC, and the last field provided over here is vendor KYC request log. Click on this. Here you will be able to view all the request mail logs along with the vendor's name, her email ID, request time. Whenever the request mail was triggered, the time will be saved over here, and KYC's upload status, where he can view that KYC by this vendor has been uploaded, and here you will be able to view the number of KYCs uploaded. If someone has not uploaded the KYCs, then a functionality to send a request mail again is provided. He can go to this particular vendors and click on this settings drop down and click on send again to send the request mail again. The mail text which have been set at backend will be sent to that particular vendor. This is all about my CS card vendor KYC. Thank you so much for watching.